They've finished up the TV stuff, and we can do a quick weather briefing here on the various social platforms. I think we're over on Facebook. Where else are we? Looks like YouTube. We're trying to do that, and heaven only knows where else. So we've had this line of thunderstorms coming through. Now, the Weather Service, we'll kind of let folks kind of wander in here. The folks at the Weather Service are doing a good job with this, keeping it pretty well informed. Our radar, you can see it kind of cuts off here toward Lake Cumberland. We're in Doppler mode, and we're actually limited. Doppler mode's only about 90 miles. And so data cuts off there, but we've been in Doppler mode with these storms coming on through, and getting some interesting returns. You can see these storms trying to pulse, and there may be some quick little rotations, and then it just kind of spins itself out. So overall, so far things have been, I don't want to say good, they've been okay. We are again seeing the potential for the tornadic storms. That seems to be winding down. So let's get you up to speed. The Weather Service, as we've got several hundred folks in here now, the folks at the Weather Service have gone into broad brush mode. So they're just now warning for the entire line. And it starts in Mason County and Lewis County, where you have severe thunderstorm warnings, continues then into Nicholas County, Fleming County, Rowan County, Bath, Montgomery, Menifee County, Bourbon County. You're seeing the various warnings there. Fayette County until midnight. That's eastern Fayette County. We'll come in on these storms in a second. Clark County until midnight. Madison, Jessamine, although the storms are really out of Jessamine County. Garrett County until midnight. You've got Estill County till 12:30. The storms are just now getting to Richmond, and they've broad brushed the warnings out to Estill and Lee County. You've also got them for Jackson County until 12:30. Rockcastle, Laurel, and Pulaski until 12:30. Lincoln's not in the warning. There's so many of them out there that you can tell where the outline stopped and the other one started. So that gets you up to speed on where we have storms now. The storm lightning has kind of picked up here in the last 15 minutes again, centered with the storms northern Madison County. You folks around Richmond, especially up there on the northern bypass, you're probably seeing at least some pea-sized hail with that. Up around Whitehall, you probably just had some pea-sized hail come through there as well. That line continues back down to Kirksville. Lancaster, you're just getting out of the heaviest of the rain now. Quite a bit of lightning around Stanford, heading over toward Crab Orchard. There was a storm northern up around Bourne there. We were keeping a really close eye on there for about 5 minutes. Nothing came of it as far as we know, and that part certainly is good. But again, it certainly garnered the attention. So yeah, we're seeing just some pea-sized hail reports coming out of these. That hail now is likely going on northern part of Clark County, where we were seeing again the probability of some hail just from the radar returns. Eastern Fayette County, it's raining hard from downtown going out Richmond Road, headed out through the Hamburg and Andover areas, up toward Avon. Austerlitz there as you're getting into Bourbon County, North Middletown especially. So the worst of the storm is by Paris. Then it continues up into northern Bath County there around Bethel and Sharpsburg. Northern Fleming County as well. So that's what we're seeing out of all this. Okay, I'm seeing if there's anything new that's come across yet. We've gotten a lot of pea-sized hail reports out of these, which is not severe. Hail has to be at least quarter size for a storm to be severe. So there again is your big picture on the warnings, and again they extend from Ohio to Lake Cumberland. And what's interesting is just how far away. You've got 30 miles from where that warning is in Jackson County to where the storms are over there in Lincoln County. So the bottom line with this is the tornado threat likely is winding down. We do have severe thunderstorm watch up for eastern Kentucky. Let me go ahead and pop that in. Severe thunderstorm watch. There you see the severe thunderstorm watch. That's going to be in effect until 6 a.m., although it'll be discontinued well before then. You also have the tornado watch That's for central Kentucky, but these counties will be pulled shortly. That's up until midnight. So that one will expire naturally at midnight. Um, and so we've got Emily McKinney's in here. We've got the Storm Tracker Weather Center manned for you. And with that, I'll be able to talk to the kids tomorrow in Montgomery County with a Bill's Weather 101 about the severe storms that woke them up last night. So that is your setup here as we continue to roll through. We're now at about 10 to 12. So again, the worst of the storms now through Lexington. The worst of this line is now generally east of US 68, going north from Lexington. So Fleming County, northern Bath, Nicholas, eastern Bourbon, getting into northern Montgomery, most of Clark. That's a nasty little storm on the north side of Madison County. So again, you're likely getting some at least pea-sized hail with that toward Red House, northern part of Madison County there, going up toward Boonesboro and Ford, and then that arcs then back down, go and take down Highway 52 through Kirksville, then continuing to Garrett County and towards Stanford and Crab Orchard. And then you got the storms that are also down toward Lake Cumberland. So, and anything behind this initial line is just garden variety. Locally heavy rain, you will see that continue for several hours into the night. And beyond that, you folks in eastern Madison County out there north of Waco, it's going to be coming out towards you. So again, you're seeing all that lightning. So again, likely some hail. Heavy rain, southern eastern parts of Fayette County. You get up around Winchester, you're probably seeing some pea hail there as well. But in terms of shear, we're not seeing a whole lot at this point. Pop it over to the Jackson radar real quick. Yeah, there's a pocket there in northern Madison County, north of College Hill. But how does that line up with reflectivity? Yeah, there could be a little bit of a broad rotation. Anything on the... there's not much else there. Let me get the tornado watch off of that. Very broad rotation. So that's what you're seeing with that. So that, again, that's not a tight rotation at this point, so we'll keep an eye on it. But again, you're moving into severe thunderstorm watches, and the chances for tornadic storms seem to be winding down. There's, again, the hail swaths that have gone through, getting you set up here. So again, let me see if there's any must need to know. The comments aren't showing up today. I wonder why, and we'll have to have engineer Paul look at that tomorrow. While we're not getting the comments running through here, but if I just go live over here to the Facebook, Clay County, you've got many hours before the storms get there, although you do have the severe thunderstorm watch until 6 a.m., but it's going to be a couple more hours before it gets to you in Clay. Lots of hail north of Richmond. What size? Hail northern Madison County, Richmond. Okay. Tornado. There's no tornado watch until 4 a.m. as far as I know. Emily, you've seen a tornado watch? Yeah.
Till 4?
No, till midnight. There's a severe thunderstorm watch again for eastern Kentucky and southern Kentucky until 6. So, you know.
Actually, in Lincoln County, it says it's till 4 a.m.
Till 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that the one that came up from Middle Tennessee?
I'm not sure if it's a newly issued one or if it was the one from earlier.
Okay, I think that is the one from earlier. The one where they had the goofy drawing of the one.
Yeah,
so they drew it up into...
That's the original one, yeah. It is till 4 a.m.
Okay, so let's pop that on here for you, just to give you a look. Let's see. I gotta bring that over here. All right, tornado watch. All right, so we got two different tornado watches running here. Casey County is until 4, Lincoln County till 4, Boyle County's until 1. And 1 a.m. for the tornado watch, Garrett County and Jessamine County, but that'll be discontinued early. For the storms down here, so you've got that new cluster kind of dragging behind. So let's pop the radar from Louisville onto that real quick. So you've got this cluster coming out of Campbellsville back into Greene County, headed toward Adair County. So that is on a track that's going to maybe take it up toward KC and Lincoln. So yeah, you've got that tornado watch until 4 for the southern counties there. So thanks for that catch. Again, I came in kind of late on this one. So that gets you up to speed. Let's try and delineate this out. It's what we've got going on here. So yeah, we've got the broad brushed warnings. We've got tornado watches that are hit and miss, and the severe thunderstorm watch. So first thing, let's find a way to just kind of get pop the severe thunderstorm watch. So again, there's your severe thunderstorm watch, and that's I hit the warning. Severe thunderstorm watch until 6 for southern and eastern Kentucky. For areas around Lake Cumberland as far north as Casey or as Lincoln County, tornado watch until 4. You get north of that into Boyle, it's tornado watch until 1. And again, that will be discontinued early. So you still have that cluster of severe storms going across the south. Now, if we put the radar back on here, what's likely going to happen here is we're seeing, I think, a little bit, what's going to happen is that I think the northern flank here is going to start to slow down, and then you'll see it arcing south, and this is where you'll see most of the stuff ends up going on as you head toward Lake Cumberland as we go through time tonight. But again, there's not much aside from the severe thunderstorm warnings that we have out there right now. Alrighty. Berea. You've got the heavy thunderstorm just now coming in on you as we speak. You get up toward the depot, you've probably got some small hail between Richmond and Kingston, so in the depot. Berea, you've got the heavy rain about to hit you any minute. So you're under the severe thunderstorm warning, and you have to stay weather aware with that. In Casey County, again, it's mainly southern Casey, and we're watching some stronger storms back toward Campbellsville and Greensburg. Nicholasville, the worst of the storms is past. So again, you are in the just the rain now at this point. Jackson County, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning, plus the severe thunderstorm watch. Your severe thunderstorm warning in Jackson County until 12:30 for the storms that are just now getting to Berea. Pulaski County, severe thunderstorm warning until 12:30 for the storms that are by Dunville and Eubank. So again, they're not too far from the northern part of Pulaski County. Mason County, Maysville, you're in the clear. Jessamine in the clear. Livingston, you've got the storm still to your east, so you've got another hour before there. Bath County, you got the storm on you right now. Severe thunderstorm warning Bath until 12:15 from I-64 north. Let's pop, there you go. There's a little better view for that one. So Owingsville north is where you're seeing the worst of that storm in Bath County. Likely some small hail south of Winchester. Fayette County in the clear. Just garden variety, lightning, thunder, and rain now in Fayette County. Whitley County, you're still a few hours away, or a couple hours at least away from the storms. Severe thunderstorm warnings in Fleming County. Casey County, storms are on you right now, but no warning in Casey County. So that part of the line is not warned for. That runs basically from Crab Orchard to south of Liberty to Adair County and Russell County. That is not under a warning, but it is warned for back to the west as you get into Taylor County. So it looks like moving in on Columbia right about now. I would suspect that's a pretty good gust front coming in. Lost power in Berea. Boyle County's in the clear. I've already said Berea. Harrison County should be in the clear. Yeah, you've got just garden variety, lightning, thunder, and rain in Cynthiana. Anderson County's in the clear. So, okay, let's make this easy. Severe thunderstorm watch. So you still need to stay weather aware through the night. Severe thunderstorm watch, eastern, southeastern Kentucky. Take the line from Monticello and Somerset through Mount Vernon, McKee, Irvin, Stanton, Mount Sterling, Owingsville, Moorhead, Flemingsburg. Anywhere east of that, severe thunderstorm watch until 6 a.m. Tornado watch around Lake Cumberland as far north as Lincoln County until 4 a.m. And there's been a nice uptick in the lightning in and around Stanford and Crab Orchard, although lightning does not make a storm severe. Richmond, you've got a lot of lightning going on right now. There's hail just east of the bypass in Richmond, so it's going out 52 toward Waco and Bybee. Western half of Madison County, or at least the areas north and west of Richmond, in the clear. Laurel County, you still got an hour or more before the storms get to you. Lexington is in the clear, just regular rain and lightning and thunder in Lexington. Mercer, again, you're fine. The watch will be discontinued shortly. Okay. Yeah, we just hit there, Mercer there. Yeah, the lightning is bad from these storms, especially where there's some hail. Northern Garrett County is in the clear. Southern Garrett County still has a storm ongoing. Alrighty. Jackson and Breathitt County, you've got a severe thunderstorm watch, but it's still a couple hours away from you. Winchester is not clear yet, although the storms are in the southern and eastern part of Clark County. Technically, Winchester itself probably is in the clear, but the southern and eastern part of Clark County is not. So you likely are getting some hail at the southern end of the county there. Montgomery County, you're still in the midst of this. Owingsville is still in the midst of this. So you've got, for Montgomery and for Bath counties, severe thunderstorm warning 12:15. Same for Montgomery County until 12:15. No, the storms out west are not going to bring severe weather overnight. Lee County, you've got probably a half hour, 45 minutes at least, but that's starting to pile up a little wind there between Kingston and Irvin. Paris is in the clear. All right. Big picture, and then we're going to wrap this up, and Emily may pop on with you here a little bit later as well. So, here's the setup. East and south, severe thunderstorm watch, where still could see something happen out of this, but the tornado threat would be lessening. Tornado watch around Lake Cumberland as far north as Lincoln County. That would include Casey, Russell, Adair, Marion, Taylor. That's in effect until 4 a.m. The tornado watch north of that will likely be discontinued shortly as the storms move into eastern Kentucky, although that's a pretty good severe storm, it looks like, just by the radar signature. Madison going over into Estill County. Moorhead, you are under the severe thunderstorm warning and the severe thunderstorm watch till 12:15. But again, anything north and west of Lexington is in the clear. South and east, we're still watching that one line go through, and all the stuff that you see up there is just garden variety stuff. So we'll put Max on here. So there's a live look at the radar. That's actually a nice little Boeing segment. Coming up through Marion County. Bourbon County should be in the clear, yes. I'm rethinking my statement here just for a second. Nah, okay. There's some good wind. If you want to see what a gust front looks like, let me pull the tornado watch off. Alrighty. So that, going through Lebanon to Bradfordsville, is a nice little gust front. Where you're seeing just those, that's what the radar display looks like. So you've got that arcing right like that. Okay? So again, see how that matches up with the strong returns in the velocity, which, what are we picking up on that? 45, and that's 2,600 feet off the ground. Yeah, 2,650 feet off the ground. There's some 50-mile-per-hour gusts. Again, that's off the surface. But that's even on the storm relative. So that takes into account the motion of the storms. That's why the numbers look different, and you get some of the greens to show up. So interesting. But again, there's no, you've got the shift in the wind, but you don't have anything trying to twist there. At least not what I'm seeing at the moment. So again, you got some strong winds going through southern Marion County. Folks in Casey County, Lincoln County, be aware that that line is coming toward you. That's behind the main. So there's going to... See, this is catching up. This part here is catching up to this. Could be some cell merger that could be worth noting here in just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. See how that's racing ahead? So that's interesting. But that's a part of a severe thunderstorm warning for Taylor until 12:15. So there's again the storms are the first line starting to run out into Montgomery, almost into Estill. Northern part of Rockcastle. You folks in Berea are seeing the storm slamming you pretty hard right now. Going along 150 there, Crab Orchard to Broadhead, going into Emilyville there in Mount Vernon. All right, Berea's not in the clear yet. Berea will be in the clear. Give it another 20 minutes or so. Monticello, you still got a little time before the storms get to you. Give it another hour. Fleming County is northern Fleming, yes. Southern Fleming, no. So the closer you are to Rowan County, the more storm you're going to probably have some small hail with that. What should be happening is a lot of this here should be stabilizing, or at least at the very least, you get an inversion set up where you've got colder air at the surface, and so the stronger winds just go right over the top. But we'll keep an eye. Let's just check the Mesonet real quick. What has the temperatures done? Yeah, it's dropped into the 50s. It's 70 right now in Boonville, ahead of the storm, so it's still there's energy available, but it's in the mid 50s behind that line. So I would suspect a lot of this is going to be a loft. Where it can still reach the surface, anywhere ahead of this line. So Pulaski County, Russell County, Wayne County, Rockcastle, McCreary, Whitley, Laurel, any place there in the east. So again, you can still tap the surface here. All right, I'm going to wrap up the Facebook here, and Emily may be with you as we continue through this evening. Thanks for clicking. Stay weather aware though in eastern Kentucky, southeastern Kentucky here for the next few hours until that line comes through. Areas north and west of Lexington, it should just be garden variety at this point, but we'll keep an eye on it. That's why the office will stay manned, and Emily will do the fair and legal tag with Tom. And then Tom will take you then through the balance of the night. With that, thanks for being with us here on Facebook Live and over on LAX 18. We hope you have a wonderful night. Hopefully your weather does not get too bad, and we can calm down for the balance of tonight. But again, sweet dreams, stay safe, have a good Monday.